theater. This story is called The Night Visitor. I had always considered myself a skeptic. Ghosts, aliens, the supernatural. It all seemed like nonsense to me. That was until one fateful night that changed everything. It was a typical Friday evening. I had just finished dinner and settled onto the couch to watch the game.
Yes! About time. This guy's been garbage forever. He finally makes a catch.
The house was quiet, save the occasional creak and groan of the old wood building. As my watch beeped and signaled midnight, I began to feel unusually drowsy, my eyelids heavy and my head nodding involuntarily. Suddenly, a piercing white light flooded the room, blinding me. I jumped up, heart pounding, and rushed to the window.
What is that? Where's that coming from? What the fuck?
The light was coming from the sky, a blinding beam that seemed to emanate from a point directly above my house. I squinted, trying to make out the source, but the light was too intense. Before I could react, I felt a strange tingling sensation wash over my body, rendering me immobile. Panic surged through me as I tried to move, but I couldn't control my limbs. It was as if they were no longer my own.
Oh, what the? This isn't real. This isn't real. Oh, it's just sleep paralysis. It's all a dream. Start with your toes, wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes.
I felt myself being lifted off the ground, a weightless, surreal sensation that made my stomach churn. I was pulled through the air up towards the source of the light. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what was happening. Was this a dream? A hallucination? As I ascended, the light grew brighter, and I could feel an intense heat enveloping me. When the light finally dimmed, I found myself in a sterile, metallic room. The walls glowed with an eerie blue light, and the air was filled with a low humming sound that seemed to vibrate through my bones. I was lying on a cold, metal table, unable to move or speak. Figures emerged from the shadows. They were small, slender, with elongated limbs and large almond-shaped eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light. Their skin was a pale, almost translucent. All right, Theorites, this episode of Alien Theorist Theorizing is brought to you again by mood.com. These beauties rule. It's an online cannabis company that's revolutionizing how we deal with life's challenges. No more sleepless nights, stress-filled days. Mood.com has created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns with 100% federally legal THC, and they deliver them right to your door. And now you can get 20% off your first Mood.com order with promo code ALIEN. That's right, promo code ALIEN. Listen, when I'm locking in for a nice night of theorizing, I love the gummies Mood.com offers. They have sleepy time gummies, epic euphoria gummies, perfect for those days when there's nothing going on. What makes these different is how they've paired THC and other cannabinoids with herbs and adaptogens. You're just not going to find gummies like this in a dispensary or anywhere for that matter. Best of all, not only does Mood.com stand behind everything with an industry-leading 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but, as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with promo code ALIEN. So head to Mood.com, browse their amazing selection of functional gummies, and find the perfect gummy for whatever you're dealing with. And remember to use promo code ALIEN. That's right, 20% off with promo code ALIEN. Gray. And they moved with a fluid, almost hypnotic grace. One of the beings approached me, its eyes locking onto mine. I felt a strange sense of calm wash over me. It reached out a long, delicate finger and touched my forehead. A flood of images and sensations filled my mind. Strange, otherworldly landscapes, incomprehensible symbols, and a sense of vast, cosmic knowledge. I could feel them probing my thoughts, my memories, my very essence. It was as if they were downloading my entire being, sifting through my consciousness like a data file. I wanted to scream, to fight, but my body remained paralyzed, a prisoner to their will. Time seemed to stretch and warp in that strange alien place. Minutes felt like hours, and I lost all sense of reality. Just when I thought I could endure no more, the light returned, blinding me once again. I awoke, back on the couch. The room was dark and silent. The only sound, the rapid beating of my heart. I sat up, drenched in sweat, my mind racing to process what had just happened. Was it a dream? A vivid hallucination? As I stumbled to my feet, I caught a glimpse of my reflection in the window. My eyes widened in horror. A small, triangular mark glowed faintly on my forehead, right where the alien had touched me. The mark was unlike anything I had ever seen, an intricate pattern that seemed to pulse with a life of its own. I knew then that it had all been real. The skepticism that had once defined me was shattered. I had been taken, studied, and marked by beings from beyond our world. The experience left me haunted, a constant reminder that we are not alone in the universe, and that sometimes the things we don't believe in can become terrifyingly real. I had always been skeptical of abductions, because all the stories were brought back to life through hypnotic regression. People didn't really remember until they were put under hypnosis. Why am I different? Why me? Thanks for listening to the Sonic Theater, The Night Visitor. All right, Theorites, thanks for checking out the Sonic Theater Episode 1, The Night Visitor. This is now its own standalone podcast. It's my new little side project I'm doing. So if you like what you heard, make sure to go follow the Sonic Theater on any podcast player, anywhere you get podcasts. The Sonic Theater, like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I got this episode, and I got one more episode, quite a bit longer, called The Dark Has Eyes. It's waiting for you right now, so go check it out. The Sonic Theater. Boom. Let me know what you think. Peace.